Hi guys, happy Vlogmas, and I am continuing my collection and declutter with my face palettes. I'm also going to be showing you my duos, like blush highlighter duos, that kind of thing. So before we get started, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Andi, and I'm really happy that you're here. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. I'm not sure how long this video is going to be. I don't feel like I have a ton of face palettes, but I do have some face palettes. And my duos. So let's start with the Fenty Beauty. This is the Kilowatt Foil in Mimosa Sunrise and Sangria Sunset. It is very bright. Very bright. And while I don't really wear shades like this very much, it is gorgeous. And I found that when they are mixed, it is a beautiful blush. So that's what I have been using it as. I also used this as an eyeshadow. So that was fun. Next up is the Wet n Wild. This is Relationship Goals. This is the Saved by the Bell release. I got this from Erica Conger. And this is such a really pretty highlighter and pretty blush. I thought at first that the blush was going to be a little warm for me, but as you can see, it has been used quite a bit, and I really like it a lot. When she sent me this, she also sent me this, and this one is It's All Right. And they say that this is a highlighter and this is a blush, but I feel like they're both blushes because this is not overly sparkly. So I don't know, but let me tell you what, this was such a pretty summer blush. I loved using that this summer, and this one is going to be a really nice winter blush because I like the darker, cool shades in the winter. I have two of the e.l.f. Bite Size. This one is the pomegranate. Yep, this one is the pomegranate. You can see that. And then this one is the Spiced Apple. This one is a really nice neutral, very pretty neutral blush. This dirty thing I got from Ipsy like years ago. And this is Pacifica, and it has a blush on one side and a highlight on the other. This has been used so much. Let's see, what's it say? This is cherry, this is gold. And it's really pretty. And what I usually do is put my brush in both of them and use it that way. But yes, it's pretty old. I mean, old as in like, it's only a few years old, but that's one of my oldest blushes that I have, or one of my oldest duos that I have. And then I have the Natasha Denona Cupid Cheek. And you guys, this is freaking stunning. It's such a beautiful blush. I need to use this more often. I don't know why I don't, because I love it. I was really going ham on it for a while, and then I got my e.l.f. Putty Blush in the shade St. Barth's, and it's very similar. And so I was using that quite a bit. But it's very pretty. Okay, so now we're moving on to my face palettes, and I'm going to start with things that are blush related. Like maybe they're not all blushes, but they do have blushes in them because that's how I store them together. Okay, the first up is the BH Vanilla Cream Truffle. You guys, last year I showed this and I had not used it, and I still haven't used it. These are such my shades. I don't know why I haven't used it. I don't. But I'm keeping it because it's so pretty. I should pass it on. I'm not going to, though. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep it because I love it. I just have never used it. I have the Ace Beauté Blushed in Paradise. This has been used, but very lightly. I have not used it much at all. At all. And then the next all blush palette I have is the Cara Beauty. And this one is called You Make Me Blush. I've talked about this before. I have no idea where I got this. No idea whatsoever where I got this. It does have one highlighter or blush topper in it. But these are very pretty blushes. They're very nice. This one is probably the one that I've used the most. But yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I always gravitate toward my single blushes, like my regular blushes. And I don't know why I don't pull these out. I do have them in my Shop My Stash. I usually will pull one or two, and they just sit there. So I'm going to make a conscious effort to use them coming up in the year, because I have a little thing that I'm going to be doing that I will explain in January. So those are all blushes. And then I have the Pat McGrath. This is the Divine Blush and Glow Cheek Palette. And this is gorgeous. I got this through BoxyCharm or through Ipsy. So cheap. And these are beautiful blushes. It's a beautiful highlighter. I did have this in my deck of panning for a short time. And obviously I'm keeping it because it's really pretty. But I'm just thinking of something. These are really similar. These are very, very similar. Man, because I will use this over this. Like this looks like this shade. This looks like this shade. This looks like that shade. And the BH one came out way before this did. But I'm not saying she's copying. I'm just saying they're very similar. I do really like this shade. Oh, you guys. What am I going to do? I can't remember where I got this. I don't know if it was like... I don't know if I got it from like TJ Maxx or... maybe a Busy Beauty box. I'm not sure where I even got it. I know I didn't buy it from BH. You know what? I'm going to pass this on. I'm going to pass this along. I'm going to let someone else enjoy that, because this has very, very, very similar shades. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pass that on. Okay, now... this one is a little bit of a mystery to me. This is the Grease with Revolution Hopelessly Devoted Highlighter Palette. Now, this is not... see that sparkle? That is an overspray. Because when you get down in here, it's matte. Like, it's not... they're blushes. They're basically blushes. I'm going to keep it because I love Grease, and I bought all of this for nostalgia. I didn't buy it because I just couldn't wait to use it. But, like, there's really not much sheen to it. You would think that it would be super sparkly, but that is just an overspray. So I think what I'm going to do is actually take a tissue or something and get all of that off of there, and then I'm just going to use it as a blush palette, I think. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm not getting rid of that at all. And then I have the Natasha Denona Diamond and Blush Palette. This is stunning. These are 3 cream products. These are powder products. And I have really enjoyed using this. Obviously, this is staying. And... do we have anything else that has blush in it? I have this lemon bar from Beauty Bakery. And this, I got this from Gigi Loves Beauty too. We did a little makeup swap on some things, and she sent this to me. And I actually have not used it yet. But I'm definitely keeping it. But it's beautiful. I think this is supposed to be a blush. But to me, these are bronzers. For my skin tone, these are bronzers, and that's a highlighter. But I don't remember what it said, but for some reason I thought that this middle one was a blush. But I don't think it is. I think it's a bronzer. But anyway, it's very pretty. I do like it. These are very nice for my skin tone, and so I'm keeping that. And then I want to bring these two in real quick to show you. This is the Wonder Beauty. This one I also got from Gigi. But it has a blush a bronzer and a highlighter in it also. And this is so pretty. And I have really enjoyed using this. And then recently I also got another eye and face palette. And this is from Ulta Beauty. This came free with a purchase. And it has a blush and a highlighter in it. Or I guess you might be able to use that as a bronzer, but it's a little bit more peachy than bronze. So blush and highlighter. So I wanted to show you those because they are kind of a face palette. But continuing on, I have the Glam Light S'mores. And I got this from Laura the Bargain Hunter. And as you can see, that bronzer has been used quite a bit. It still has the imprint on it, but it has been used. I really like this palette a lot. And I was really happy to get it. And I have enjoyed using it very, very much. And then this is the Belgian Waffle from BH. This is a bronzer and highlighter palette. This past summer, I was using these two together. But now, if I reach for it, I'm using these two together. And I've used both of these highlighters, but I've not used this one. This one's just a little bit deep for my skin tone. Even in the summer, I think. It's a little deep, but I really love this palette. I love this palette so much. And this might be good to use on my eyes. I'm just saying. I've been watching Jessica Lee. She is a panner. She's an amazing panner. I've been watching her pan this. This isn't her 50 Shades of Yellow project pan. And she has used the crap out of her Belgian Waffle. And I am in awe of her. Because to me, I'll never get through this. And she has panned, I think, almost every shade in this, which is very impressive to me. Very impressive. Anybody that I mentioned will be listed in the description box below. Okay, these are the rest of these are all highlighters. They're all highlighter palettes. And this is the Kinder Glow highlight palette. I think I got this in a boxy. I've never used it. I am going to pass this one on. I'm going to declutter this one because I have these shades in all of these other palettes, and for whatever reason, I'm going to reach for those before I reach for this. So that's going away. I have the Ace Beauté Glow Essentials highlighter palette. This is beautiful, and this one I have used quite a bit. I feel like I'll have this the rest of my life because it doesn't look like it's been used near as much as it actually has. This is the BH Aspen palette. I got this at either Marshall's or TJ Maxx. And this is so pretty. Everything in this is so pretty. I got most use out of this blue, but I used it on my eyes. Because it was in my deck of panning, and the prompt was eye color, so I brought that in for that because I wasn't sure how much use I would get out of this. The only con I have about this is it's very chalky. When you put it on, it's a little chalky. It needs to be blended out. It really needs to be blended out, but it's very pretty, and I do enjoy it. The next one I have from BH is the Illuminating in Ireland. I got this on Poshmark, and I went through a BH kick, you guys. I needed everything from BH. I have not used this at all yet. And I think I will use probably all of these. I probably won't use this unless it's on my eyes, and I'm not sure I would use this as a highlighter because it is a deeper shade, but it might make a beautiful eyeshadow. Let me see. Oh yeah, that's really pretty, but that's way too deep for me for a highlighter. And then I have one more BH, and this is the Blacklight Highlight 6 Color Palette. And this is very similar to the Aspen, as in it's very chalky. Now these are very blinding. This is such a beautiful blue highlighter. Oh my gosh, that's very icy. The strobe. Let's do this laser. That's kind of a green cast to it. Yeah, those are beautiful. They are so pretty. And I'm really happy I bought this, but I don't use it. But who knows? I'm going to keep it. Obviously, I'm going to keep it. We have 3 more face palettes. This is the Bella Pierre Cosmetics Glowing Palette. I feel like I got this in an ice cream beauty box. I've never used it. It's so pretty, but I've never used it. Again, I have something coming up next year, starting in January, that's going to force me to use some of these things that have just been sitting on the shelf all sad. But it's very pretty. I have this Anastasia Beverly Hills. It was with Nicole Guerrero. And again, gorge. So pretty. Never used it. And then recently, I found this on Poshmark for a really good price. This is the Anastasia Moonchild. You guys, this has been on my want list for so long. For so long. I can't tell you how long this has been on my want list. And there's been a couple of times that I thought I was going to get it, and then I didn't get it. And then I don't know if it was Allure or one of the beauty boxes had this as your free gift. And I went to sign up, and it was, I think it was in November, or no, I think it was in October. And I went over like November 1st and it had changed. So I didn't get it then. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to look on Poshmark and see if I can find it. And there it is. It was on there. I think it was like, I think I paid $18 for it. I don't know. I have not used it yet. It's so pretty. I love this so much. I haven't used it yet, but oh, so pretty. Oh, I love highlighters, guys. I love highlighters. So yes, that is definitely staying. I just got it. And I can't wait to get some use on these beautiful, beautiful, beautiful highlighters. That's it, you guys. Those are my face palettes and my duos. I was going to do my duos with my blushes, and I'm like, but there's some with highlighters. Like, I'm just going to put them in my face palettes. Just going to put them in my face palettes. You guys, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you. And until our next adventure, everyone have a great day, and we'll see you later.